1961. The Big Eight. Excellence in the classroom as well as on the field.
I'd like to thank Bill Hancock of the Big Eight office for their help for the game here. As you look at the Kansas band, got the rain slickers out as the rain is falling here in Lawrence. Just adding to what was a miserable afternoon for the Jayhawks until they've got the lead, which they have now, 14-13. Arkansas State, 1st and 10. Pitch goes back to Kelly. Kelly hit hard at the 32-yard line. Gain of just 2. It'll be 2nd down 8. Christopher in 64 was over there. There's the story of Tim Langford. He's their leading rusher, Bob.
Well, you know, he's really done well in relief of Spivey.
2nd down 8.
We did check, by the way. Both Spivey and Kansas starting quarterback Sire are okay. It's not an injury situation. The coaches just wanted to change. This time, ASU breaks the bone on 2nd and 8. The pitch goes back. Here's a halfback throwback. They tried, and it didn't work as Stagel lost his footing. Stagel was going to throw the ball back to the quarterback, Langford, and oh, I know they're going to be sick.
Well, he was wide open out there.
He slipped and fell and lost yards, and besides that, they tipped their hand as well. There's some of the loyal KU fans, and we want to remind you, Bob and I'll be selecting the 2 most valuable players, 1 from each team, and that player will receive in his name a $1,000 scholarship, the General Scholarship Fund of the university from Chevrolet. Fullback fighting for yardage, Maurice Carthen is going to be short.
We got to select some of those fans for sitting out in this rain.
Maybe a good point. Crowd held down today by the weather. Of course, the game also being seen locally here in the Lawrence area. Carthen comes off, and it's 4th and 11. And this has been the play that's hurt Arkansas State all day. The punt, the kicking game. 2 high snaps. Here's a good snap. And Gartman.
And that is some punch.
Beauty. Gartman lets it. It's going to roll to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. What a punt. What a by Gartman. 72 yards. Gartman kicks it 72 yards, and the Jayhawks start back at their own 20-yard line. We'll be back as Kansas leads.
I'm pro quarterback Joe Theismann.
I'm pro photographer Scott Barrow.
I rely on my quickness, my arm, and my big buddies.
I rely on my Canon AE1 with an auto winder that's as quick as Theismann and a telephoto lens that's as powerful as his arm, so I can catch the throw and catch the catch.
Hey, Scott, it's my turn now. Going out for a pass.
All right.
With the AE1, it's easy to shoot like a pro. The incomparable Canon AE1. So advanced, it's simple.
For the past 4 years, the Sylvania Superset has beaten RCA and Zenith in an independent test for best overall color picture.
What about Sony?
And now, for the 5th time, more people once again pick the 19-inch Sylvania Superset over RCA and Zenith for best color picture.
What about Sony?
And this year, we even tested against Sony and won. The Sylvania Superset.
The last chance battle for baseball playoff berths. The American League Division Series starts Tuesday. Join the Oktoberfest for October's best on the leader, ABC Sports.
Back with 11:36 left in the 4th quarter at Lawrence, Kansas. Jayhawks holding a 1-point lead over Arkansas State, 14-13 after the 72-yard punt by Arkansas State. Kansas with the football, 1st and 10. Smith still in at quarterback for KU. Hands off. This is Taylor. Taylor to the 20, and that's about it. Knocked down after a gain of maybe a yard. Victor Montgomery, 86, a defensive end, 3-year starter, made the tackle for the Tribe. Arkansas State still with a huge lead in first downs, 13-5. Kansas has really not driven the ball at all today. They scored, of course, on the one big touchdown pass, then one from 16 yards out.
They really haven't, and also they're going into the wind now, so they're not going to have much luck throwing it either.
And wind should certainly be a factor here in the final quarter. Smith to the fullback. Butts is hit hard and knocked down before he got to the 25. Mike Morris, 59, the linebacker, put the pad on him. And the Jayhawks will face a 3rd and 5.
You have to remember that Scott McDonald, the field goal kicker, and kicking 6 straight over 2 weekends, is sitting there for Arkansas State right now. With that win, he could be a major factor in this game.
35 as the clock runs in the fourth quarter. Good look at Smith. Butts, Taylor behind him in the Jayhawks' eye. Oh, he lost the football. Picks it up, dives ahead. He will not get the first down, but he kept the football. A bad exchange with the center. Ed Bruce and Steve Smith didn't make the connection, and Don Fambrough continues to pace on the Kansas sideline. This game is far from over.
You know, talking to him earlier this week, he was worried about this game. He said, don't kid yourself with the 30 scholarship rule and the other rules put in by the NCAA.
Look at that, the Hoosiers in front of Michigan, 7-0. Ball bounces, good hop, picked up on the bounce, 35, 40, 45, great field position. Chester Chisholm with a 17-yard return on the play. Bucky Scribner, who had been averaging 49 yards a punt, got one for 44 yards. NFL Monday Night Football as the Atlanta Falcons, led by Steve Barkowski, the defending NFC West champions, come into Philadelphia to take on Dick Vermeil's unbeaten Eagles. That's ABC Monday Night Football, 7 o'clock Central Time for most of these ABC stations. Arkansas State has a couple Philadelphia Eagle players. We'll talk about those in a moment. As they hand off the ball, is throws a scramble for it at the 43-yard line.
Well, they have that great linebacker, Bill Berge, and also the fullback, Leroy Harris.
Arkansas State keeps the football. The ball squirted loose from the fullback, Maurice Carthen, but the Indians have it.
Both of those players I mentioned are playing now for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, Berge's not boy, one of them.
We've heard of him, haven't we?
Yeah, wow. Gained just a yard. It is 2nd down and 9. Langford sends the fullback Carthen in motion, 33, top of the screen. Langford back to throw, under pressure, knocked away. The ball batted away by Broderick Thompson, number 95, the big 6'6" defensive tackle. Brian Horn, 94, was also in on the chase. Here it is again. Look at 95 all the way. Thompson.
We can see the power of him. He only weighs 265 pounds. And he comes in here and gets his hands up just in time to bat that ball away.
Well, he just threw aside the would-be Arkansas State blocker.
It's a very physical line. This defensive line now, being so much bigger, should come into play a little bit more.
Here's a big down, 3rd down and 9. Arkansas State had a first down in this quarter. 4 out of 12 and 3rd down conversion. Langford wants to throw now. He scrambles. He will not get the first down. He did not make it. Midfield, he needed to get to the KU 45, and it's punt time again for ASU. A flag is down in the Kansas secondary. So hold on. Oh, and ASU may have gotten a break. You saw Langford point towards the Kansas defense. Arkansas State may benefit from this penalty. Dan Foley still talking it over. There's Langford. They seem satisfied. It's against Kansas. A clip against the Jayhawks. Boy, what a turnaround that is, Bob. They would have had the football, 4th down and 9. They would have had to punt.
Even though they're behind 1 point, were it not for 3 plays, the 2 bad centers on the punts and that long pass, Arkansas State would really be dominating this game. They are statistically anyway.
You don't have to say a lot. Look at Coach Fambrough's face. Well done.
Slipping, pushing from the rear.
That's why there aren't
defense. First down.
That's why there aren't many 59-year-old football coaches, you know.
Updating some other scores in college football. We've had some surprises so far today. Auburn over Nebraska. 3-0 in the first quarter. Nebraska after their worst start in over 20 years at 1-2. Navy 19, Yale 16. Army over Harvard 10-6 now as Army has come back. Round 10, Princeton 6 in the second quarter. Rutgers over Cornell 24-10 halftime. Langford looking over to the sidelines as they flash the signs in. Jimmy Langford's ready. Arkansas State's ready. 1st and 10. The football at the Kansas 36. 8:50 left in the football game. And Arkansas State down by 1. The fullback, Carthen, straight ahead, 2 or 3 yards, following the left side guard. Neighbors, 91, made the tackle for Kansas.
You know, they were able to come in and hurt them right where they have their biggest strength, right in the middle. Larry Lacewell must be getting a little bit nervous up there.
Hey, now I know why he's in the press box. His other coach is down on the field drowning, and Larry's up here nice and warm and dry in the press box. He's no fool. Langford, 8-12 left in the football game. His team down by 1. Langford on the option. Keeps it. Can't make the pitch. And is tackled. Maybe no gain. Back to the 31-yard line. Dan Wagner, number 5, who's played so well at that left cornerback spot for Kansas today, made the defensive play. There's a Kansas player down on the field, and we have a timeout call. Looks like their outstanding linebacker, Kyle McNorton, was down. See if we can see what happened. Watch McNorton. Kyle McNorton, 81. He's the player that's hurt.
Okay, he's tied with the lead in tackles here, and we can see right there, it looks like maybe he got his knee twisted.
Looks like Waddell Kelly really popped him one. Got his helmet right on. Looked like the thigh pad there and gave him quite a shot.
Last week he had 13 tackles, and he forced 2 fumbles, really. That won the game for him.
Next week, Kansas starts Big 8 conference play. They'll host Oklahoma State's Cowboys here. And while it'll be Southwestern Louisiana open a Southland Conference play in Jonesboro, Arkansas. That's next Saturday. Kyle McNorton is the injured player being helped to his feet. Their outstanding senior linebacker. And he'll be okay. But now watch 81.
Okay, let's look here. I think we can see the helmet come in here and hit his knee. Right there.
That's the block from Waddell Kelly. Looks like he's okay, though, as he comes off the field. Great football player, Kyle McNorton. He'll be replaced by a great name, Mike Arbanis. Father Fred Arbanis, former of the Kansas City Chiefs. His son is in there now to play. Here's the pitch. They're going to try the halfback pass again, it looks like.
They got it wide open.
It's wide open, but incomplete. Overthrown. Chester Chisholm, the intended receiver. Gil Stegel again trying to connect with the pass, but it was overthrown.
Well, Dunnett came in to try to throw that. He's their 3rd string quarterback, so they do feel they can get some passing out of him.
Here's a field goal attempt coming up now by Scott McDonald. Remember, Scott is 7, make it 8 of 10. 8 of 10 on the season, and has hit his last 6 row. This one, slight angle to the left. They mark it at the 38. A 48-yard field goal. McDonald, it's up. It's good again. McDonald hits it again.
They're going to give the keys to the city of Jonesboro to McDonald, I think.
Scott McDonald hits it, and Arkansas State's back on top, 16-14.
Hey, you're driving half a car.
To prove Haviland Supreme gives cars engine protection up front.
I know, but...
Well, you should know. It delivered proven protection in punishing state trooper testing.
Yeah, but...
Where's the rest of my car?
Yeah.
Here it comes. To prove Texaco's Haviland Supreme delivered improved mileage, too. Upfront protection backed by improved mileage. That's Haviland Supreme.
Do me a favor.
I know. Prove how good Haviland is in the next county, huh? All right.
The United States Postal Service handles 300 million pieces of mail. Well, that's their job. But that doesn't mean you have to put your important business letter into that pile. Now you have an alternative. Introducing the Federal Express Overnight Letter. It costs only $9.50 when you drop it off, and it gets delivered practically any place in the country overnight. Absolutely, positively.
Next, college football magic continues. Undefeated 4th-ranked Pittsburgh, led by quarterback Dan Marino, tackles South Carolina or other games. Doubleheader intrigue next.
Here's the star of the game right now, Scott McDonald, a young freshman place kicker for Arkansas State. He is now 9 of 11 this season, has hit his last 7 in a row. He's a young man that, by the way, wanted desperately to go to Oklahoma State, and they did not even recruit him. So Scott McDonald came to Arkansas State, where he's been quite a player for them. Freshman from El Dorado, Arkansas. Mark Stadler kicks off to the Indians. And here's the return to the 15, 20, 25, and pulled down from behind at the 30-yard line for Kansas, number 88, Bob Johnson.
Johnson almost broke that.
A 30-yard return for Bob Johnson. Here's Arkansas State scoring drive, 7 plays, 24 yards. The McDonald 48-yard field goal. Scott McDonald so far today, field goal of 38 of 47, and now 48. 3 field goals, 9 of their 16 points, and of course the extra point. He's had 10 of their 16 points today. Smith, the quarterback for Kansas, option, pitch goes back to Garfield Taylor, pulled down behind the line of scrimmage by Jordan Boyd, the linebacker. No gain. Number 48, Jordan Boyd, made the play. There he is. Boyd out of Memphis, Tennessee. College transfer from Northeast Mississippi.
The defensive scheme here for Arkansas State has just been fantastic all day long. They've really throttled them practically all day long. You look at the rushing yards. 192 yards for Arkansas State.
Plenty of time left in the game. 6:48, all kinds of time. Dave Smith, the big rush is on. He gets the pitch to Garfield Taylor. Taylor hit and falls forward for a gain of just about 2 or 3. Smith did well to just get that pitch off. Great pressure in the backfield. TJ Thomas Johnson, 91, made the play for ASU. Garfield Taylor today, he's found the going tough. Remember, he had over 130 yards against the Kentucky defense that shut down Alabama. But Arkansas State's defense has been better today. There's the clock, and we'll keep you posted on that as we come down near 6 minutes. Smith, juggle the football, wants to throw, does, and throws it out of bounds. Intended for number 20, Capers.
See that one right up in the student body, didn't he?
He was lucky to get the football at all, and Smith disgustedly goes off the field with his Jayhawk offense. And in to do the punting again is Bucky Scribner, number 8.
And he'll be punting into the wind.
That's right.
A lot of wind up there.
15, 20 mile an hour gusting wind. Rain still falling here in Lawrence, Kansas. Scribner, low snap. Gets a left-footed boot away. Beautiful spiral. This is Chester Chisholm. Chisholm drops it, picks it up on the bounce to 20. Chisholm 25 and covers up there.
The one thing I like Chisholm there is he bobbled the ball, but he really tucked it in and covered it up with both hands. With all this rain and the wet, it's really soggy out on that field too.
5:49 left in the fourth quarter. Want to remind you of baseball coming up on ABC. We'll be covering the American League Divisional Championship Series Tuesday. The last chance berth for baseball playoff spots in the American League. Then, of course, on October 20th, baseball's great event, the World Series starts. All on ABC, part of our big Oktoberfest of sports. Dennis Walker snowed under by the Kansas Blue. Defensively, 64, Toburn was in there.
You know what Toburn does as his hobby? He's a skydiver.
Sounds like our old friend Russ Francis. Worked with Russ Francis last week on ABC, and that's one of his hobbies. Had to be out of his mind. Don Fambro looking on, 2nd and 9, and hit in the backfield. Big defensive play. 84, Gary Coleman, the strong safety, came blitzing in to make the hit on Langford. And now Arkansas State, after a loss of 3, they face 3rd and 12. Look at the difference in 3rd down conversions, Bob.
Well, Arkansas State, of course, has the lead there. Kansas only 1 of 11.
Keep in mind, Arkansas State has to get to their 35 for the first down. Langford makes the pitch outside. They won't get there. Out of bounds at the 22-yard line goes Waddell Kelly.
You have to wonder when you see those pitch outs on a wet day like this, but as Larry Lacewell, the coach of Arkansas State, says, you either have to live with bad pitches in the wishbone or you don't play it at all.
Watch the hit by Gary Coleman, 84, as the pitch comes out here to Waddell Kelly. Now watch 84 Coleman. Wham! Right there. 2 big defensive plays plays in that series by Gary Coleman for the Kansas defense. Their junior strong safety. The rush is on.
Almost got that block.
The kick. A short kick, though. It goes out of bounds. Let's see where they want to mark it. They're going to mark it out at about the 38-yard line. So Kansas is in great position now with 4.5 minutes left in the game. The punt went 16 yards. 16-yard punt. We've got some great highlights of college football action for you tomorrow here on ABC. Iowa State, Oklahoma. That game was scoreless in Norman in the first quarter. Mississippi, Alabama, Florida State, Ohio State. What a wild one that has been. Florida State leading the last we heard. North Carolina, Georgia Tech, Baylor, Houston, Lehigh, Delaware. All on ABC College Football 81, 11:30 Central Time over most of these ABC stations. The Hawks, first and 10 at the 38-yard line. Smith in trouble. Down he goes. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
We're getting down to close to the 4-minute mark here in this game. This drive is very important for Kansas.
And Baron Tillman, the defensive tackle, on the play. They're coming down to 4 minutes left in this football game. Kansas trails by 2, 14. Second down and 10. KU at the Arkansas State 38-yard line. Smith, hands off. Taylor hit. Down he goes. No gain again. Defensively, Mike Morris, 59, the linebacker, 76. LeVaron Tillman, again, combined for the hit.
Number 59 really read that well then. He really filled the hole.
And Kansas has taken a timeout. Very important down for KU. Third down and 10. They want to talk about it. Second quarter score is Tulsa 7, Kansas State 6 have given us. Mike Morris, number 59, made that big play a moment ago for Arkansas State.
You know, Chris, when we started today, we said this appeared to be a mismatch, at least on paper. The Southland Conference really is no big match for the Big Eight. Yet, you know, Lamar, who was really not supposed to win any games at all this year, came up and beat Baylor early in the year. So what do you do anymore?
And Arkansas State was picked to win only in this season. And that was to beat Lamar.
That's right.
Great job. We want to salute our ABC crew. Done a super job today under tough conditions in this rain and wet weather. Gentlemen and ladies, Eleanor Rieger, our producer, and Bob Lanning, our director. I want to thank them. Arkansas State leads Kansas 16-14 in the fourth quarter. Our spotters today from Arkansas State, Gina Bowman from their sports information office, and Deborah Dern, a young co-ed from Central Methodist College in Fayette, Missouri, is here today to help us with a player identification. We thank those ladies. 3 minutes, 42 seconds. Nice to have a little beauty in the booth here, Bob.
It sure is, isn't it?
Here we go. Big down for Kansas and Arkansas State. It is third down 9. Kansas, for the first time today, is showing their shotgun formation. They have not used it a lot this season.
And they want a dry ball. It's an obvious passing situation. On the other hand, they've got to throw right into that wind.
Bob Johnson be the split in to the near side. They've got another man split to the top of the screen. Shotgun. Smith. Right back to pass. Throws. Bad throw. He never got his hand on the football. That looked like just a wet ball, Bob. It just didn't go at all.
Well, we could see the splash when that ball landed. It's really soggy. It's been raining hard here. It doesn't seem to be raining too hard right now.
Kansas has got to go for it. I mean, it's fourth down and 9, 3:38 left. You can't give the ball back to a wishbone. I just can't imagine they'd let him have the ball back. Kansas is 1 of 12.
Well, the punting team's coming on. Maybe they're going to try to get him out of bounds kick and get him back to against their goal line.
That really surprises me. I'm sure Coach Fambro then must have a lot of confidence in that defense, and of course, obviously, in the great kicking work of Bucky Scribner. But remember, just 3:38 remain. And Arkansas State and Kansas both with 2 timeouts, and now there's a whistle and a flag.
Well, if you had any doubt about what the play was going to be, you just found out that.
Yeah, maybe they were just trying to draw him offside or something. Scribner now comes back because they're going to put him back another 5, and they'll definitely have to kick it away. Well, I'm sure that was a decision time on the Kansas bench. 3:37. They've got to have a lot of confidence in their defense. Kansas today has been penalized 6 times for 59 yards, and they have had 2 turnovers on fumbles.
Let's take a look and see what they're doing here, Chris. Here we see the center back to number 19. But,
they were going to try.
He wasn't going to kick, was he? We don't know what he was going to do, but he wasn't going to kick.
They didn't have everybody down in set position. That's what killed him on that. So the fake punt did not work. Scribner kicks it. It bounces and is going to roll dead. It comes back upfield now at the 14-yard line of Arkansas State. Gets a break on the roll there. So they were going to try to snap the ball back to number 19, Jim Bushka, a flanker. But instead, because they've not set a penalty against Kansas, and you see the penalties there, double for the University of Kansas over Arkansas State. And now 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. Arkansas State needs first downs. Kansas needs the football. Here we go. Second back, Waddell Kelly on the handoff from Tim Langford.
I don't think we're going to see Arkansas State try anything very fancy right now. 3:15 left to go.
Clock is running.
You've got a very intelligent quarterback in there in Langford, too. He's a pre-med student, leading scholar in the Southland Conference last year. Not a bad spot to have a scholar, too.
Got to think of our Chevy players. Better see how this turns out. $1,000 scholarships, the name of the players to the universities. Hand off, caught from behind, Waddell Kelly. And defensive pursuit by Broderick Top. 95 got in there. And now it is third down. And a timeout is being taken by Kansas. And that will leave the Jayhawks with one timeout. Kansas has one timeout remaining. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left in the football game. And this obviously is the biggest defensive down Kansas has faced in this game. Over at the sidelines, Tim Langford talks offense with Arkansas State. Don Fambro talks with his defense. The big downs coming up.
Used to be when I had a job to do around the house, it was one-on-one. Me against the house. And since the house was much bigger, I usually lost. Well, I've just changed all that with my Black & Decker Workmate. It'll hold just about anything I want to work on, from a door to a pipe to a 200-pound dresser. In fact, my Workmate is so good at helping me work, I'm giving it Sunday off.
Workmate's available from about $50. To all independent business people who are losing their independence to the shackles of business details, IBM offers freedom.
Freedom.
Introducing DataMaster from IBM, the small business system that's all business yet starts at under $10,000. A data processor that can be a word processor too. Visit IBM and judge DataMaster for yourself. A little IBM can mean a lot of freedom.
Back with our ABC crew in Lawrence, Kansas for the final 2 minutes and 43 seconds of this game that has been a surprise football game.
That's the understatement of the year.
Everybody thought it would be Kansas and a runaway. Well, look at this. Arkansas State, 3rd and 9. 16-14 they lead. Take the fullback. Langford keeps it. He needs a 25 for the first down. He didn't make it. He did not make it. It looked like he had all kinds of running room, but the Kansas pursuit caught up with him and knocked him out of bounds short. And Larry Lacewell with his hand on his head.
If he gets any lower in that box, we're not going to see him at all.
So they're
only 5'6".
Punt it away. Larry Lacewell, his wife Chris is up here. I can't believe that son Lane is 9.5 years old. They just had a baby boy, Logan, 3 weeks old. I was supposed to say that Lane's in the top of his reading class at South Elementary. So congratulations, Lane. Hope your dad will be as
you got a good one.
Proud today. Good punt. Return now at the 40, up the middle, 45, and pulled down there was Dan Wagner at the 45-yard line. Kansas, one timeout. 1 minute, 58 seconds left to go, and 55 yards away. Of course, Kansas could win this game with a field goal, but Bob, they have a miserable, strong, gusty, rainy wind at their face, so for a field goal, they'd have to get pretty close.
Well, it's a big factor. We've seen it all day.
Frank Sire is back in at quarterback. The sophomore, who's pulled some out for KU over the last 3 weeks, has to try again. Sire rolls, throws, man at the 40-yard line, drops the football. Is it complete or incomplete, or is he down? They marked him down. Wayne Capers. Oh, the folks in Jonesboro will not like that call. 14-yard completion. They said Capers was down, number 20, before the ball popped loose.
Well, Sayers gives them a new look because he's really the better passer. And, of course, Capers is his favorite receiver.
The clock is running, keep in mind, as they mark the first down. 1:45 and counting. Capers goes to the top of the screen. Jayhawks on the comeback trail. The pitch is made. In trouble, caught is Garfield Taylor, and they throw him down. The clock keeps running. They said he was down inbounds. That's a big defensive play there by Jordan Boyd, the linebacker, 48.
Well, the Arkansas State linebackers have done a good job in stringing those pitches out. They've really taken the option away from Kansas.
Arkansas State now has Kansas in a 2nd and 11. 1:09 left to play. Sayers going to throw it out of bounds to stop the clock. 1:04 left to play.
You saw Sayers back there wanting to get the balls a little bit faster because all he did is want to stop the clock.
Don Fambro. I guarantee you, if Kansas comes back and wins this football game, Don Fambro will still not be pleased because they have been outplayed by Arkansas State University, a team that said they were playing the biggest football game in their school's history. They wanted to prove they belonged in Division 1A.
Well, here's a team that was 2-9 last year.
They've added Alabama and Mississippi State to their schedule. Right now, I'm starting to feel sorry for those teams. 3rd and 10. Kansas. Frank Sire to throw. Needs the first down. He's in trouble. Sire goes down. He tries to pitch the ball. It's incomplete. Oh, a gutsy play by Sire as he flipped the ball towards Garfield Taylor. And a smart play by Taylor. Did they call him dead? I guess so. The referee said he ruled him dead inside the 50. So it's going to be 4th down and about 21.
Looked like he was down on one knee.
Here it is. Watch it again, Bob. The official, of course, can call the play dead if he feels that Sire was ready to go.
Well, it could have gone either way, couldn't it?
Now they're going to call it, let's see.
Looks like we get a little difference of opinion, don't we?
Talking it over here. I did not see a flag go down. Now they say there may have been too many men on the field for Arkansas State. We'll wait and listen to Mr. Dan Foley. Oh, look at this. Oh, what a penalty. What a penalty.
This penalty.
Let's hear it from Dan Foley.
Illegal participation. Point.
That's illegal participation. 12 men on the field. Too many men on the field is what that means. That is a first down for Kansas. Larry Lacewell has disappeared. Somebody of him. Oh my gosh, it would have been 4th and 21 back at the 45 of Kansas. It's now 1st and 10 at the 26 of Arkansas State. 54 seconds left. Sire pitches to Taylor. Taylor knocked down at the 20-yard line, and the clock continues to run at 47, at 46.
Also getting down where they're in field goal range, too. Even though they would be kicking in the wind, it wouldn't be that long a shot.
Jordan Boyd made the tackle there, the linebacker, 35 seconds. Want to thank Elvin Lindblad, our statistician on ABC from Tulsa, for doing a great job as usual. Here come the Jayhawks, 25 seconds left. They're 2nd and 4 at the Arkansas State 20-yard line. Sire hands to Taylor. They're looking for the field goal all the way.
Here comes the field goal.
15 seconds left. And now they call a timeout. That's Kansas's final timeout. 14 seconds left. And they're going to leave it up to Bruce Kallmeyer.
Well, he's only had a chance to kick one field goal so far this year, and he made it. So 1 for 1.
That was from 33 yards away. Well, this has been the script on the Kansas Jayhawks this season. They have had to battle back in all 3 of their games.
What a game this has been.
They beat Tulsa on a late interception. They battled back to beat Oregon in a 4th quarter rally. And they did the same with Kentucky in the 4th quarter. And now Bruce Kallmeyer, number 3, sets it up. Our Chevy players, Arkansas State most valuable player, Scott McDonald, for his 3 field goals, 1 extra point, 10 of their 16 points. For Kansas, the great punter, Bucky Scribner, 10 punts for a 46.3-yard average on this windy day. In the name of each one of those players, a scholarship from Chevrolet to the General Scholarship Fund of the university for $1,000. Larry Lacewell says, wait a minute, I'd like to have the Jayhawks think about this a moment longer. A timeout, Arkansas State. 14 seconds left. What a finish.
Chevrolet, and our biggest news ever in diesel power light-duty Chevy trucks. The new 6.2-liter diesel, available in all full-size Chevy pickups, Suburbans, and four-wheel drive Blazers. It's a V8 built for trucks only.
Everybody knows diesels get good mileage.
They're more efficient than gas engines of comparable size.
The new 6.2-liter diesel. With so much going for it, it's bound to be popular. Don't wait. Order yours today. Chevy is the power in trucks.
Hey, Michelob Light for the winning team, okay?
You guys would do that for us?
Would a bunch of guys really go at it this hard just for a beer? Well, consider it's Michelob Light, and that means a rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
You guys never played like that before.
Hey, we never played for a Michelob Light before.
Michelob Light. Compare the taste.
Here's the man on the spot, Bruce Kallmeyer. 14 seconds left. Kansas down by 2. He hits the field goal, they win. He misses, they lose. 37 yards away. The kick is good. The Jayhawks celebrate as Bruce Kallmeyer hits a 38-yard field goal. 9 seconds left to play in the football game. And Kansas leads Arkansas State 17-16. What a football game. What a finish. One Chuck Jayhawk.
Kallmeyer's only had a chance to kick 2 all year, but he's kicked both of them.
Take a look at him, Bruce Kallmeyer. He knows it's all on him. 38 yards away. Now watch as soon as he hits it. Yes! So the Jayhawks on a cold, wet, and rainy day in Lawrence dodge the bullet, it looks like, for the 4th straight week. They'll start 4-0 for the first time since 1976. Unbeaten, untied, as they head to Big 8 Conference play next week with Oklahoma State. That is, if they hold on for this final 9 seconds. And maybe Don Fambro will take a moment to think about his 40th wedding anniversary and maybe pick Dell something up on the way home tonight.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Kansas had all they could handle, and more than that, probably.
Yeah, really, Bob, this is not a defeat for Arkansas State. No. This club has come up and proved what they wanted to, that they could compete in Division 1A with some of the big names in college football. They have not done that in the past. They certainly did it today. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the future.
Well, they've outplayed them.
Kallmeyer just bounces it on the ground, picked up 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Arkansas State will try to stop the clock. They do with 5 seconds left. Dr. Gene Budig, the chancellor of the University of Kansas, Bob Barkin, their athletic director. Our thank you to head football coach Don Fambro and sports innovation director Sid Wilson and his staff for their help. Ray Thornton is the president at Arkansas State University. Our thank you to our friend and athletic director, head coach Larry Lacewell, and their sports innovation director Jerry Schaefer, and the rest of his staff who helped us so much prepare for this game. People wondered, why did ABC put this football game on? You tell all your friends why.
Well,
You've seen it.
Chris, I had a chance to visit both schools this week, and they're just fantastic staffs. And you know, for Arkansas State, you really can't say enough, I think. Here's a small school, came up to play in the Big 8. Nobody thought they had a chance, and they really did outplay Kansas all day long.
Don't want to minimize Kansas's comeback effort, though, either. The Jayhawks with a big break. My gosh, that illegal participation penalty, certainly the big play in the ball game that took Kansas from what would have been a desperate 4th and 21 at their 45 to a 1st and 10 at the ASU 30, and gave them a chance to get in position for Kallmeyer's 38-yard field goal. 5 seconds left. That's it. Kansas has just 3 men up on the line. Everybody back deep. Long throw down the field. It is intercepted, and the ball game is over. The University of Kansas, for the 4th straight week, comes back to win in the last second, 17-16. Travel arrangements made through and a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. That's what Friendly Skies are all about. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports. Once again, the final score in a great football game. Kansas 17, Arkansas State 16.
In the premiere of the Sunday night movie,
Are you trying to seduce me?
a young bride swept away by a storybook romance into a world of irresistible evil.
You're still in love with a dead woman!
Well, the old saying goes that if you ever want to rob a bank and get away with it, go and do it, then hide in the offensive line because nobody knows who you are. If you're going to run the ball, you know that there's somebody you're responsible for and he's got to be removed. Therefore, you need to tighten up your gears and take after him. Not to say that we wouldn't mind getting a little publicity every once in a while, but we know that if the backs run well and make a lot of yardage and the quarterback doesn't get sacked very much, that we've done our job and it speaks for itself more or less.